Hello and welcome. We are live from New Delhi. You're watching DD India Live, India's voice to the world. I'm Abhishek Mahajan. Coming up in the next 30 minutes. India-Bangladesh share future vision to enhance connectivity, commerce, collaboration for prosperity. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi says Bangladesh is India's largest development partner. NEET-PG entrance examinations scheduled to be held on Sunday postponed. Fresh date to be announced soon. CBI to probe NEET UG irregularities. Trump urges Christians to vote, touches only briefly on abortion at faith event, says abortion restrictions should be decided by voters on a state-by-state basis. And in cricket, Kuldeep Yadav, Hardik Pandya star as India maintain their unbeaten streak in the ongoing T20 World Cup with a 50-run win over Bangladesh. So, Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Sheikh Hasina, and India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi held bilateral talks in New Delhi on Saturday. Both sides exchanged agreements on a range of issues. DD India's Munmun Bhattacharya reports from New Delhi.
A warm handshake between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his Bangladeshi counterpart Sheikh Hasina at Hyderabad House in New Delhi. Sheikh Hasina is the first head of government on an incoming bilateral state visit after the formation of the new government in India. Both leaders held wide-ranging talks and exchanged 10 agreements in the areas of blue economy, health, space, railway connectivity, oceanography, disaster management, fisheries and strategic operations studies, besides shared vision on green and digital partnerships.
अखौड़ा अगरतला के बीच भारत बांग्लादेश का छठा क्रॉस बॉर्डर रेल लिंक शुरू हो गया है। खुलना मोंगला पोर्ट द्वारा भारत के उत्तर पूर्वी राज्यों के लिए कार्गो सुविधा शुरू की गई है। मोंगला पोर्ट को पहली बार रेल से जोड़ा गया है। 1320 मेगावाट मैत्री थर्मल पावर प्लांट के दोनों यूनिट्स ने बिजली उत्पादन शुरू कर दिया है। दोनों देशों के बीच भारतीय रुपये में ट्रेड की शुरुआत हुई है। भारत बांग्लादेश के बीच गंगा नदी पर दुनिया की सबसे लंबी रिवर क्रूज को सफलतापूर्वक पूरा किया गया है। भारत बांग्लादेश के बीच पहली क्रॉस बॉर्डर फ्रेंडशिप पाइपलाइन पूरी की गई है। भारतीय ग्रिड से होते हुए नेपाल से बांग्लादेश तक बिजली निर्यात ऊर्जा क्षेत्र में सब रीजनल सहयोग का पहला उदाहरण बना है। एक ही वर्ष में इतने सारे एरियाज में इतने बड़े इनिशिएटिव्स को जमीन पर उतारना हमारे संबंधों के स्पीड और स्केल को दर्शाता है।
India's PM announced a Maitri satellite besides the start of an e-medical visa service for the people of Bangladesh to enable them to take treatment in India. India will also be setting up an Assistant High Commission in Bangladesh's Rangpur. India will be sending a technical team to Bangladesh soon for conservation and management of Teesta River waters, besides beginning talks on a comprehensive economic partnership agreement with Bangladesh. Bangladesh's Prime Minister noted that a visit to India is taking place at an unprecedented second time in the same month, June 2024.
I am now visiting New Delhi for an unprecedented second time in the same month, June 2024. Earlier, on June 9, I attended with other world leaders the swearing-in ceremony of Prime Minister Modi and his new cabinet. These are testaments to our two countries' close engagement.
The visiting leader began her official engagements on Saturday by paying respects to Mahatma Gandhi at Rajghat. She was then accorded a ceremonial reception at Rashtrapati Bhavan. Later in the day, she called on the President of India and the Vice President of India in New Delhi. During talks between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina at Hyderabad House in New Delhi, the focus was on laying out a futuristic vision for this partnership, a partnership that is both green and digital and from which the youth of both the countries benefit. It is also extremely important to note here that Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina will be going to China in July but decided to come to India within a span of 15 days ahead of that visit. With cameraman Anil Thakur, this is Munman Bhattacharya from New Delhi for DD India.
And India and Bangladesh agreed to start talks on the Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement to take forward economic ties. India's Foreign Secretary Vinay Quatra said that CEPA negotiations will commence at an early date.
India is the largest market for Bangladeshi products in Asia, and in this respect we hope to commence the CEPA negotiation at an early date and open also new border hearts. You will find a mention of that in the vision document for the benefit of people living along the borders. I think both sides have held initial technical discussions to better understand how they want to position the respective set of goods, perhaps even services, and other trade facilitation related measures in CEPA. And I think once those initial lists have been analyzed in great details, as I said, the CEPA negotiations we hope would commence at an early date.
And India's Foreign Secretary also said that the trial run of goods train on Bangladesh Railway from Doordarshan to Haldibari Chilahati cross-border interchange point is planned for next month. This will help in sub-regional connectivity with Bhutan.
We are starting a new passenger train service between Rajshahi and Kolkata, while trial run for a goods train on Bangladesh Railway from a place called Gede Darshana to Haldibari Chilahati cross-border interchange point is planned for next month sometime. This will also help sub-regional connectivity with Bhutan. We'll also be starting another bus service which will be between Kolkata and Chittagong.
In 53rd Goods and Services Tax Council meeting on Saturday, a number of decisions to ease the compliance burden and grievances of taxpayers were taken. The meeting was chaired by Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman and attended by State Finance Ministers in New Delhi. There is going to be a rollout of biometric-based Aadhaar authentication on an all-India basis. This will help the government combat fraudulent input tax credit claims made through fake invoices. The GST Council has recommended a uniform rate of 12% GST on all steel, iron and aluminium milk cans. The Indian Railways to the common man, including the sale of platform tickets, facility of retiring rooms and waiting rooms and battery-operated car services will not attract any GST. In a move to benefit the apple growers of Himachal Pradesh and Jammu and Kashmir, the Council has recommended a uniform GST rate of 12% on all carton boxes and cases of both corrugated and non-corrugated paper or paper board. To help small taxpayers, the Council has recommended extending the time limit to furnish details and returns in the form GST R4 from 30th April to 30th June. And the Ministry of Education has handed over the matter of alleged irregularities in the NEET undergraduate examination 2024 to the Central Bureau of Investigation for a comprehensive investigation. National Testing Agency conducted the NEET undergraduate examinations on May 5th this year. Certain cases of alleged irregularities were reported. After a review, Indian government handed over the matter to CBI for comprehensive investigation and to bring transparency on the conduct of the examination process. And the NEET undergraduate retest for 1,563 candidates will be held on Sunday with National Testing Agency and Union Education Ministry officials present at the examination centres. The retest for the medical entrance exam is being conducted after the agency withdrew grace marks awarded to students who were compensated for loss of time due to delay in start of examination at 6 centres in Meghalaya, Haryana, Chhattisgarh, Gujarat and Chandigarh. 6 students scored perfect 720 along with 61 others, leading to allegations of inflation of marks. The retest will be held at 7 centres now. Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan had ruled out cancellation of NEET for now, saying cannot jeopardize careers of lakhs of students who cleared the exam rightfully because of isolated incidents of malpractices. The reconducted of exam was announced following allegations of irregularities in NEET undergraduate, including paper leaks. And the National Eligibility Cum Entrance Test Postgraduate or NEET postgraduate examination initially set for Sunday, June 23rd, has been postponed by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. The rescheduled date will be announced soon. The ministry said the decision has been taken as a precautionary measure and was taken in the best interest of students and to maintain the sanctity of examination. And the National Testing Agency has postponed the CSIR UGC NET exam scheduled to take place from June 25th. The NTA in a statement said the joint CSIR UGC NET examination June 2024 is being postponed due to unavoidable circumstances as well as logistic issues. It further said the revised schedule for the conduct of this examination will be announced later through the official website. The candidates are advised to keep visiting the official website. And the central government on Friday operationalized a stringent law that aims to curb malpractices and irregularities in competitive examinations. The Public Examinations Prevention of Unfair Means Act 2024, passed by Parliament in February, aims to prevent unfair means in the public examinations conducted by Union Public Service Commission, the Staff Selection Commission, the Railways, Banking Recruitment Examinations and the National Testing Agency, among others. The law entails provision for a maximum jail term of 10 years and a fine of up to ₹1 crore for offenders. And the Appointments Committee of the Cabinet approved the assignment of additional charge at the post of Director General of National Testing Agency, Ministry of Education, to Pradeep Singh Kharola, who is the Chairman and Managing Director, India Trade Promotion Organization. Appointments Committee of the Cabinet also approved placing the services of Subodh Kumar Singh, Director General, National Testing Agency, on compulsory wait in the Department of Personnel and Training. India's Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan, in a social media post on X, has said that transparent, tamper-free and zero-error examinations is a commitment. Setting up of the high-level committee of experts is the first of a series of steps to improve efficiency of the examination process, put an end to all possible malpractices, strengthen data security protocols and overhaul and reform the NTA. Student interest and their bright future will always be our government's top priority. And India's Ministry of Education has constituted a high-level committee of experts under the chairmanship of Dr. K. Radhakrishnan, former Chairman ISRO and Chairman Board of Governors IIT Kanpur, to ensure transparent, smooth and fair conduct of examinations. The committee to make recommendations on reform and mechanism of examination process that will suggest measures to improve efficiency of the system. Second, on improvement in data security protocols that will include examination of existing security protocols related to the paper setting. And third, on structure and functioning of National Testing Agency that will include assessment of the grievance redressal mechanism of the NTA. The committee to submit its report to the ministry within 2 months. And UGC Chairman M. Jagdish Kumar, in a statement, said that forming a high-level committee of experts with Dr. K. Radhakrishnan as chairman is a welcome step towards assuring entrance examinations transparent, smooth and fair conduct. The committee's emphasis on recommending reforms in the examination process, enhancing data security protocols and improving the NTA structure and functioning will strengthen our national entrance examination system. Protecting students' interest and their future is a top priority.
It's a welcome step, forming a high-level committee under the chairmanship of Dr. K. Radhakrishnan as chairman is a necessary and correct step towards assuring the entrance examinations transparent, smooth and fair conduct. The committee's emphasis on recommending reforms in the examination process, and enhancing the data security and providing the NTA's structure and functioning. It will definitely strengthen our national entrance examination system. Protecting students' interests and their future will continue to be our top priority, and it should be our top priority.
And to empower Indian nurses for global career opportunities, India's Minister Jayant Chaudhary felicitated 32 healthcare professionals on Saturday for successfully completing the B1 level of German language training. The training aims to equip nurses with the necessary language skills for a successful career and livelihood in Germany. This development reaffirms the government's commitment to making India the global hub for skilled talent and outlines the ambitious strategies under Skill India mission. The 2 to 3 month comprehensive residential training program was imparted to all the candidates under the Skill India International Initiative. Delivered by professional German native trainers, the program ensures that participants receive top-notch language education.
Because every one of those 32 can be a change maker, can be an influencer, and is an ambassador. As Vedji said, rightly put it, because you are going to open pathways for so many others. In a sense, this is a start, it's a small start, and it's very encouraging to expect 32 young students to pick up a language in such a short amount of time. I'm flabbergasted, I'm shocked.
Now let's take a look at other stories making news today. Bharat Biotech adds the Indian Council of Medical Research as co-owner of the COVID-19 vaccine patent. Notably, Bharat Biotech was working on developing the COVID-19 vaccine as a top priority to ensure product availability at the earliest. These actions are in accordance with the MOU signed between ICMR and BBIL for joint development of COVID-19 vaccine. An administration in Jammu and Kashmir actively ensures preparations for the upcoming Amarnath Yatra set to commence on June 29th. Authorities have implemented a range of measures to ensure the safety, convenience and comfort of the pilgrims. The unit aims to ensure a safe and smooth pilgrimage experience for all participants of the Yatra. All that's still to come on this edition of DD India Live. Washington DC sizzles at 100 degrees Fahrenheit, shatters all records. And Russian bomb attack kills at least 3, injures 29 in Ukraine's Kharkiv. And South African player David Miller receives an official reprimand for breaching ICC Code of Conduct.
We just don't bring you the news as it unfolds. We get to the heart of the matter.
We don't just present facts, we demystify complex social, political and economic events.
We break stories that shape the world's present and future because you deserve the truth.
I am Tanvi Taneja from New Delhi.
I'm Ollie Barrett from London.
I'm Nick Harper from Washington DC.
Join us on DD India Global Monday to Friday at these times.
Welcome back. You're watching DD India Live. I'm Abhishek Mahajan. Former US President and presidential candidate for the 2024 elections, Donald Trump urged Christians on Saturday to vote in masses for him in November, vowing to aggressively protect their religious freedom if he is elected. Speaking at an event organized by the Faith and Freedom Coalition in Washington, the former president reiterated his position that abortion restrictions should be decided by voters on a state-by-state basis. The stance contradicts the view of most conservative Christians, and Trump's reticence to push for or even discuss additional federal regulations speaks to how sensitive the issue has become for Republicans. Trump has repeatedly said that Republicans risk electoral defeat if they take too stringent a line on abortion rights.
The evangelicals and the Christians, they don't vote as much as they should. I don't know if you know that, you know. They go to church every Sunday, but they don't vote. And we have to make sure they vote. Just this time. because all you have to do is this time. You don't have to worry about it because we're going to straighten it out very fast, just this time. And I will shut down the Federal Department of Education and we will move everything back to the states where it belongs and where they can individualize education and do it with the love for their children.
And the protesters took to the streets of Tel Aviv in Israel on Saturday, calling for the release of hostages held by Hamas. Israel's ground and air campaign in Gaza was triggered when Hamas stormed into southern Israel on October 7, killing several people and seizing more than 250 hostages. And Houthis claimed on Sunday to have conducted a joint military operation with Islamic resistance in Iraq, targeting 4 ships at Israel's northern Haifa port. According to Houthi spokesperson, 2 groups launched a drone attack on 2 cement tankers and 2 cargo ships at the Haifa port on Saturday. The Israeli military did not immediately comment, though it had previously denied a similar claim by the Houthis.
The Yemeni armed forces alongside the Iraqi Islamic resistance carried out 2 joint military operations as follows. The first operation targeted 4 ships in the port of Haifa using a number of drones. 2 of them were cement tanker ships and the other 2 were general cargo ships that belonged to companies that violated the ban on entering the ports of occupied Palestine.
Whereas US has refuted the claims made by Houthi, in which they have said that if forces had attacked the US aircraft carrier Dwight D. Eisenhower in the Red Sea, one of the US officials called it incorrect. Now, Russian guided bombs struck an apartment building in Ukraine's second largest city of Kharkiv on Saturday, killing at least 3 people and injuring 29. This incident has prompted President Volodymyr Zelensky to call for more help from Kiev's allies. Mayor Ihor Terekhov said there had been 4 strikes and residents had to run to safety from the site of the destroyed apartment block on hearing explosions after the initial strike. Kharkiv lies about 30 kilometers from the border with Russia. The city of about 1.3 million people has frequently been targeted in Russian attacks during nearly 28 months of war. Now, scorching heat has gripped several parts of the world this month. Eastern United States sizzled at 100 degrees Fahrenheit on Saturday as Washington, D.C. residents and visitors did their best to stay cool. It is the first time that the nation's capital has reached the 100-degree mark in nearly 8 years and fell 1 degree short of the record 101 that was set in 1988. People out on the city streets sought relief in fountains under umbrella-style hats and in misting tents at a festival near the Capitol building. The current heat wave is expected to persist through the weekend. Sports now. India maintained their unbeaten streak in the ongoing T20 World Cup with a 50-run win over Bangladesh on Saturday. With this victory, the Rohit Sharma-led side inched closer to the semi-finals of the 2024 T20 World Cup. Getting an invitation to bat first, India posted a total of 196 for 5 in 20 overs with Hardik Pandya's 50 not out of 27 deliveries. India maintained their dominance in the second innings as well, restricting Bangladesh to 146 for 8. Kuldeep Yadav was the highest wicket taker for 2007 champions with figures of 3 for 19, while Jasprit Bumrah also starred with 2 for 13. Meanwhile, Tanzim Hassan Saqib was the pick of the bowlers for Bangladesh with figures of 2 for 32 in his 4 overs. Now, South Africa player David Miller has been handed an official reprimand for breaching level 1 of the ICC Code of Conduct during a Super 8 Group 2 match of T20 World Cup 2024 against England in St. Lucia on Friday. Miller was found to have breached Article 2.8 of the ICC Code of Conduct for players and player support personnel, which relates to showing dissent at an umpire's decision during an international match. In addition to this, 1 demerit point has been added to Miller's disciplinary record, for whom it was the first offence in a 24-month period. All right, that's all for this edition of DD India Live, but do let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. For those on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on DD India mobile app. The app is available on both Android and iOS. Scan the QR code on the screen to download now. We'll be back with more news as it breaks air on DD India. I'm Abhishek. From all of us here in Delhi, thanks for watching DD India Live.